morning, everybody. This is Eureka John, Eureka Street Crypto Hub, coming at you live from Leander, Texas at 6:29 in the morning. It is Wednesday, March 17th, St. Patrick's Day. And right now, if you live in Ireland, I'm sure you will be having plenty of revelry and celebrations going on in the streets this evening. And, wish I were there. So, yeah. I did actually go to Ireland one time a few years ago with me and my wife before she was my wife, and we ended up there on was it St. Arthur's Day? It's kind of a manufactured holiday by Guinness, but it was really fun nonetheless. And we had no idea what day it was, and we showed up, and there was just tons of partying in the streets. And we had a grand old time. So anyway, let's go and see what's going on in the crypto world. All right, so we have CoinGecko here. Let me go ahead and refresh this page. Ta-da! And okay, Bitcoin at $54,854. It seems like Bitcoin is $54,980.08. Seems like Bitcoin went through a little dip last night again, but it's Bitcoin's finding its legs around the 50,000 something mark. What's up, Mhipper? Hey man, let me give you a little something here for tuning in. Bitcoin's finding its legs around this 50-something thousand mark, and that's fine. I'm quite all right with that. None of this growth with blockchain should be straight up. If it is straight up, then you should be worried. And hold on one second. Okay, all right. And everything needs a retracement. The way I see it in these crypto markets, it's 2 steps forward, 1 step back. 2 step forward, 1 step back, just like that country song. I don't know who sings it. Maybe it's like George Strait or something. I don't know. I'm a Texan. I should know this stuff, but I don't. My wife does. She really loves that country music. But so Bitcoin's at $54,980.08. Ethereum 1762.60. There's a lot of stuff going on with Ethereum, with the EIP 1559 going to be coming out, or the London hard fork, and then all the controversy between the miners and the devs over EIP 1559, and the miners do not want it because it takes away some of the base fees and burns some of the tokens, and they don't like that. To me, that's just instant gratification. If you make Ethereum easier and cheaper for everybody to use, then the rising tide lifts all ships. But it doesn't seem like the devs seem to be thinking about that. So that's just my opinion anyway. And then let's see here. We have Cardano at $1.24. Cardano got listed. Let me see if I can find that article here. Right here. Cardano has been listed on Coinbase Pro. So not Coinbase, the regular one when you log in, that the first one that I used when I first started doing crypto, but Coinbase Pro. And I do have a Coinbase Pro account as well. And there are more coins available on that one. It's I guess it may have been a little boost for Coinbase, but and for Cardano. But Coinbase Pro, in my opinion, I think the real recognition comes whenever a token is listed on the actual regular Coinbase, where all the noobs jump on and they're looking around, excited, looking at all the coins and trying to see what's available and stuff like that. But Coinbase Pro is good too. Let's see what else we have here. We have Binance Coin, and we have Tether, stablecoin, DOT, and number 6. XRP still hanging in there at number 7. XRP won't quit, can't quit, ain't gonna quit. Uniswap, that's sitting right at $30, still doing good. Litecoin 196.91. Chainlink at 27.68. And you get on down. And then let's see, Theta Network did a huge spike about the second patent news from yesterday. But now it's back down to 697. But hey, I'm quite all right with that. Theta Network has been exploding, and as you can see, 29.3% up in the last 7 days. I'm broadcasting live from Theta Network right now. I do this every single morning since February 6th, and I've been broadcasting this channel since October 24th of 2020. And I'm going to see how many days I can do this consecutively, just like Cal Ripken with the Baltimore Orioles. Never missed a game, and I don't know how many games he consecutively did, but I'm going to see how many days and how many mornings I can consecutively do this and still be alive. But yeah, it's just because I like crypto. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not some kind of pro or anything. I'm just a dude that got into crypto, and doing this motivates me to continue learning new stuff. And as a result, I get feedback from people, and that's helped me to figure out and focus on what to research. Kind of like a golden retriever. I want to research everything, so I do need some focus. What's up, Driven Group? How you doing? Let's see. Looks like you just achieved a new level from level 1 to level 2 in just the time that I gave you that opening day crate. Okay, so speaking of all that research, one thing that I have been doing, and it's because I'm a total nerd, and when I was a kid, I would sit around and sort my baseball cards by team and by stats and stack them up by who had the most home runs and all that type of stuff. And then now as an adult, I have a record collection, and I split everything into genres and alphabetize all that stuff. Just so naturally, I'm gonna do the same with cryptocurrencies. It's just part of my personality. So I'm starting this spreadsheet here. As if I don't have enough to do already. I mean, I go to my 8 to 5 job. You know, I have small children, a wife, a family, and I like to do other things, physical activities, skateboarding and boxing and all that stuff. But I still want to sit around and mess with my head a little bit. So I'm making this spreadsheet. I'll put a link to it on in the video descriptions from here on out, and I'm just going to be adding to this. So I want to split, or not split, but I've created the top 200 cryptocurrencies here that I got from CoinGecko in market cap, and I'm just finding categories, their ticker symbol, the blockchain that they're based on. For instance, Litecoin was, let's see, Uniswap token was based on Ethereum, and it's an ERC20 token. And then let's see, some of these like XRP is a distributed ledger technology, HBAR is hash graph. If it's forked from something, like Bitcoin Cash was forked from Bitcoin, is it a store of value? And these things are just very vague concepts. I'm not trying to be like highly precise and accurate with all this stuff, but I'm trying to figure out a way to be able to explain to people and group certain projects into certain type of tokens, because that helped me. I had to learn which projects were the blockchains, like the foundational blockchains. That was Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano's one, Polkadot strives to be one. Even Theta Network is a blockchain all to itself. Cosmos is, Monero is. So all those projects are blockchain projects themselves. They strive to be a blockchain. But then there's some that are built on top of the blockchains, like Uniswap, there's Unibright. We have, Chiliz is built, I believe, on a blockchain. Synthetics is built on Ethereum. Engine Coin is, let's see here. Celsius Network is built on Ethereum. So a lot of these are built on top of blockchains. And then some are known as bankers tokens. XRP and Stellar, bankers tokens. Quant Network is a bankers token. So of course, then you have your stable coins, your Tether, your DAI, your USDT, your TUSD. Let's see here. Then we have ones that are focused on oracles like Chainlink and Telor and Band protocol. And I had to figure out which projects, in a rough way, did what. And this is kind of my way to do that as I go down and cover all these projects. And ones that are focused, that have smart contract compatibility, which is Ethereum, Cardano, Polkadot, Theta Network, Cosmos, Zilliqa. You got Tron down here. Which ones are focused on transactional type of currencies? Like Bitcoin is not really a transactional currency. It's a store of value nowadays. They tried to make it transactional back when the guy bought 2 pizzas with a Bitcoin or whatever, but nowadays that's not the case, and there are other projects focused on that, like Litecoin and Bitcoin Cash. Nimic would be another. Then which ones are trying to be virtual machines? Ethereum, Polkadot, Cardano, Zilliqa. Which one? DeFi lending as well. That would be Aave, Ethereum as well. A lot of them are built on that. Which ones are DEXs? Uniswap. There's some 1inch exchange would be another one. Centralized exchanges. This one is Binance. Down here we have crypto.com. I'm just slowly building this out, and I will put this in my video descriptions every time. Let's see what Driven Group has to say. Are you more bullish about Bitcoin or Ether? Both. I mean, I keep Bitcoin because it's the king and it is the digital gold and the store of value, and that is what all the institutions and mainstream is buying into, and is what is ushering in the digital age. And Bitcoin is digital energy. It is monetary energy stored. If you listen to Robert Breedlove on his What is Money podcast, I highly recommend that podcast. You'll fully understand on how Bitcoin and gold and money just stores human beings' work energy. And I believe that is the purpose of Bitcoin. Ethereum to me is a world computer. It is a virtual machine that other projects and platforms are building on. It is bringing in Web 3.0 and the interoperability of our websites with the blockchain. So you see this MetaMask wallet. Well, hold on, let me move this screen over. Whoops. This screen over here. You see this MetaMask wallet right there. That's going to be pretty much in the future implemented on all websites in the same way that Facebook and MySpace and Commerce Carts and Amazon and all that type of stuff have been integrated with databases and central databases. So they're both bullish in their own ways, and I love Ethereum, and I love Bitcoin. So I'm bullish on both, and they're to me they're just like apples and oranges. And what's up, Attilia Luno? And let me go ahead and give Attilia Luno an opening day crate here. I just was finding that all these projects are unique in their own way. And yes, there's a bunch of really crappy projects out there that are absolutely going to go nowhere. And there's some that are just called vaporware that just disappear into space once they collect their initial initial coin offering and all that type of stuff. But and others are just like copy and paste forks from something else, like Tron would be a direct copy and paste from Ethereum, like literally. And I'm just kind of going through and sorting these out, and I'll check them off. If you guys have any suggestions, you're welcome. I'll try to make it downloadable. You're welcome to download it, and then make your own version of this if you want, something that'll suit you better, and this can at least be a backbone or a framework that you can use. I don't care if you copy me. If anybody copies me or imitates what I do, that's the greatest form of flattery, and all it does is promote the space. So I'm not real anal about that type of stuff. I don't really care. I'm just doing this for my own research. So anyway, back to CoinGecko. If you want to see what's in my portfolio specifically, CoinGecko does have this function that allows you to create your own portfolio. Originally, I was adding in my trades and values and stuff like that, but it became really hard to maintain. So anything like that, I use Zerion for. And of course, I think that only covers Ethereum wallets, but either way, that became hard to maintain. So I took all the value out of there, and I just keep track of the coins right here. So I have Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, Polkadot, Uniswap, Chainlink, Theta, a little bit of crypto.com coin left over, Aave, Synthetic, Hedera Hashgraph, Zilliqa, Celsius, Basic Attention Token from my Brave browser and clicking on ads, Bancor, Waves. Actually, I need to get rid of that. I did sell my waves. Okay. And then Ren, Loopring, Ocean Protocol, Energy Web Token, Quant, Fetch AI. I sold my Venus. I need to get rid of that. Singularity Net, Rocket Pool, Unibright, Noia, Library, ALBT, Nimic, Etherisk, sold that as well. I backed out of the Waves ecosystem. Not that I don't like the Waves ecosystem. It's just you can't spread yourself too thin. And I explored the project. It seemed all right. And I'm just wanted to move on. So yeah, got a little GZIL, a little Lambda left over from a long time ago, a little bit of NFY, and some Theta Fuel. Yeah, that's basically my portfolio. The majority of it is Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, Chainlink, Theta. Hedera Hashgraph now has become a big player in it. Zilliqa, and Ocean Protocol. I got quite a bit of that. Some Quant Network is becoming a major player, and same thing with Fetch AI. I'm still gonna do that damn AI video. I keep on going down rabbit holes, but I'm just about there. It is such an important topic that I just really been trying to figure out where to focus on that, and I've had major writer's block on this AI and blockchain, and it's really just going to focus on Fetch. But I believe Fetch is going to be foundational in the future, so I will touch on that in the video. But anyway, yeah, a couple episodes back I did talk about a possible physical Bitcoin note, and Noteworthy is coming out with a potential physical Bitcoin note, and they are the people running Noteworthy is a former director of U.S. Department of Treasury's Bureau of Engraving and Printing. So, yeah, he's pretty well established in there. And Larry Phoenix, the founding chairman of the Bitcoin Foundation, the founding chairman of the Bitcoin Foundation, Peter Vecenis, I believe that's how you say it. So they're trying to implement a possible physical Bitcoin currency to help the people that don't necessarily have consistent access to internet technology, and just to bring in more adoption. And I was like, okay, that's great, but how does that actually going to work when you have people like the Fed who get really jealous? The Fed is a jealous god. Just it doesn't like when people try to do what it does. So we will see. But I already went over that. But I did find after that this here, the cryptobill.com. So you can get this bill, a little Q code, and give it to your friends and family. So what is the crypto bill? We come from very humble beginnings. We always wanted to give cryptocurrency to our friends and family around the holidays, but found that most paper wallet designs available on the internet are either unappealing to the eye or require assembly and or technical knowledge, and are a disastrous combination of the two. Not our crypto bills. So this could be an interesting stocking stuffer or something, or something you can give to somebody, rather than just being, okay, here's what you do. You gotta go and download this wallet to your phone, and then you set up the MetaMask, and here's your private key. No, you just give them this. So, it makes blockchain presentable. It's a great way to initiate people to the space. So, I'm a big fan of this. Might actually do this. So. Yeah, anyway, let's move on. Some other news here. World Bank citing Chainlink in their Blockchain Interoperability project as an example. World Bank, IMF, World Economic Forum, all those big people over there that suddenly declared themselves the world government, unofficially, officially, and are trying to pull all the chains, and have basically been, in my opinion, and like I say, opinions are like buttholes. Everybody has one, and usually it stinks. But I think that they are the ones that have ushered in this whole COVID-19 crisis, and are bringing in this great reset. And really, if they did not manufacture this, are taking this opportunity to really push their agenda and bring in this great reset to completely disrupt and revamp the economic structure of the entire world, to try to create, in a sense, a world government. But that is its whole rabbit hole all itself, and there's plenty of videos on Library and BitChute and everything like that that can go a lot further. So I'm not even going to get into that. But what I am getting into is Chainlink and their blockchain interoperability paper as an example. So I did what I naturally would do, is I go find the document. And talks about blockchain interoperability. And I did several episodes back look at another World Economic Forum document that talked about the various adoption stages of different technologies. And, they have a plan. They do have an agenda. There is no theory there. That is pure conspiracy, and there's nothing wrong with a conspiracy, just conspiracy. When you add theory to the end of it, then that's up in the air. But this is all just right here, laid out, written on paper. They exactly what they're going to do and how they want to go about it. But this paper summarizes the initial exploration and findings of the World Bank Group Technology and Innovation Lab in partnership with the IMF's Digital Advisory Unit on blockchain interoperability and some of the related approaches and efforts being carried out by blockchain innovators and other institutions. It covers the use cases and technical approaches of different blockchain platforms used to exchange information and assets, as well as experimentation of the group conducted in the area of interoperability. The paper further identifies interoperability issues which needs more attention and provides guidance to practitioners. Now, the Chainlink community was getting super excited about the fact that the IMF, World Bank, had mentioned Chainlink in their paper. And here you go. You got all... it's crazy how little hype there is for Chainlink given the amount of really massive opportunities that are forming around it. Unfortunately, there's no hype for the projects these days until they are already pumping. A lot of people just, going around and hyping it up, and I've seen this on my Twitter various times. However, this paper is not necessarily hyping up any project. What they're doing is they're exploring interoperability, and as they saw in this digital revolution, and they saw a lot of holes in interoperability when the need for digital transactions had spiked during this COVID-19 crisis. As the COVID-19 crisis accelerates the digitization of finance, commerce, and trade, it is likely that the blockchain-related projects will continue to grow in number. The technology is often praised for providing distinct advantages over traditional centralized databases, notably due to blockchain's distributed architecture involving many public or private participants or nodes, which is thought to offer superior resilience as well as security by design tamper-proof protocol, which supporters believe guarantees the protection of its users' personal data and other hosted assets. As more solutions are beginning to rely on blockchain technology, it is becoming increasingly evident that the evolution of this technology is being held back by the lack of interoperability across blockchain solutions, other systems such as traditional IT solutions, or other emerging technology. The paper reviews the blockchain interoperability through the lenses of business, technology, security, and risk, as well as legal considerations. It can be used as a reference to support further work on blockchain interoperability. We summarize our exploration agenda to date, along with key lessons learned from experimenting with interoperability across several blockchain platforms, e.g. Ethereum, Hyperledger Fabric, Corda, and Quorum. Our intent is to share knowledge and promote awareness of the blockchain interoperability. We identify areas where further technical development standards and architecture patterns are needed and provide guidance to practitioners in building open and sustainable blockchain solutions. Okay, so what's up, Nin Marvin? Let's see here. Gift you a little something. There. Okay, and so they go in and they say the case for blockchain interoperability, and banks basically aren't able to communicate with each other, digital ID, supply chain, healthcare, and all the various places where blockchain can be, the current state of it. They basically talk about, they talk about Chainlink, they talk about Ethereum, they talk about Quant Network quite a bit, actually. They talk about the possibility of setting up standards in blockchain technology for interoperability. So they classify different blockchain standards. There's DLT, Blockchain Generic Framework Standards, focused on reference guide, reference frameworks, architectures, terminologies, interfaces, ontology, classification, and so forth. And then DLT, Distributed Ledger Technology, blockchain enabling technology standards focused on client interfaces, ID management, data formats, consensus algorithm, token specs, and so forth. And then there's ones focused on Ethereum, Hyperledger, Corda. And then there's ones focused on energy, healthcare, telecom /IT, manufacturing, supply chain, and so forth. What's up, Cryptology? All right, man. It's a you got a couple beer mugs right there going on. Well, for me, it's 6:55 in the morning, and so I mean, when I drank, that would have been no big deal. It's 8 o'clock. There's 5 o'clock somewhere, right? Let's see here. Classification of blockchain standards and other like-minded efforts. The World Economic Forum, in collaboration with other members of the Global Blockchain Council, recently released a paper, Overview of Blockchain Technical Standards, highlighting the need for blockchain technology standards and providing an overview of its current landscape. So the paper maps existing standardizations efforts, corresponding gaps and overlaps on blockchain standards. So basically it goes, here's a bunch of standards organizations. I didn't know that the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers we're setting standards for IoT. I mean, I guess they make sense. They have to implement IoT devices into all things electrical. So I mean, it makes perfect sense. The ISO in Switzerland. I work in a heavily standardized industry. I work in the hose industry for my real job, and a lot of it is propane hose, and there are tons of standards that propane and regulatory organizations that propane hose needs to comply with. And when you go from nation to nation, every single nation uses propane, but in a lot of cases there are different sets of standards governing these things. And what the same thing in the finance industry as well, and what these people are trying to do is to create some interoperability and to find some common thread in order to create interoperability through all these blockchains. Basically a one world government, one world currency and type of situation. So there are a bunch of different standards organizations that they list here, and then you can go down here and you see they're proposing a possible framework for blockchain interoperability, and they give a business case and a technology perspective as well. Some of the ways to achieve that could be through oracles, and here they mention Chainlink, and let's see here, time-bound asset locking and release. I believe that actually Nimic uses this type of protocol here. And then let's see here, side chains and relays. So this is Polkadot, and let's see, application layer adapters. And here's where they talk about Quant Network. So I mean, I don't know what a big deal it is, but the fact that the World Economic Forum is really jumping in and deeply exploring some of these projects really gives a lot of these projects a lot of clout in a way, and so I guess that's why their respective communities are bringing this to light. So naturally they're excited about it. So that's pretty cool. All right, well, that being said, I've spent a lot of time talking about that type of stuff, and I'm about at my 30-minute limit here. So I'm gonna call it quits. I'm gonna work more on my AI and blockchain video today, and hopefully we can get that thing off the ground, because I really want to move on. I have a lot of other projects I want to talk about. All right, you guys, do what you're gonna do today. Try to be nice to each other and all that crap. So let me just check this chat stream here. We've actually had some pretty good participation today, and I appreciate you guys jumping on and following me. And I'm not necessarily out here trying to push for followers and all that stuff. Actually, I like having only a few followers right now, because then nobody really pays attention to when I make tons of mistakes. But I am on Twitter at EurekaJohn1. I'm on Instagram, Eureka Street Crypto Hub. I'm on Patreon. I don't have any supporters on Patreon, and that's okay. It's whatever. I'm on Float app, and that's an interesting new app for decentralized social media. And I'm not on Facebook. So, yeah, whatever. Give me a like and a subscribe, I guess. It helps the algorithm, and I'm never going to bum for money. And, all right, you take care. All right, bye.